Tojiro records video of the IPMA explosion incident and sends a single-use copy of it to Miyao. The fact that he bothered to record it at all shows intent. It was illegal to share, so he could have easily decided not to, but did anyway. In fact, it seems like he insists on showing it to Miyao without even being asked, although we don't know the exact contents of the email Miyao sent Tojiro. So what is the purpose of this video? Trying to judge the purpose of this action by its effects doesn't get us very far, because it seems to have none. Only Warcat watches the video, and Miyao's Karapoyo too, I suppose. In it they see Lingji's grandfather probably get killed. Gunhild later says she saw a Gauntlet Knight go missing. That's it really. The death of Lingji's grandfather is no great secret, and Lingji shortly finds out about it herself. Gunhild also hears from a friend that a Gauntlet Knight exploded. Everyone believes her, even without having seen the video. Since people just take Gunhild's word on it, it doesn't even matter that the video corroborated her. She could have even lied about it and no one would have been the wiser. In fact, I think she did lie about it. Since Miyao and Jaden didn't seem to notice anything in particular in the video itself, she felt free to lie about that too. In short, even if Tojiro hadn't sent this video, nothing would have turned out differently. So what was the point? We have to enter the realm of the hypothetical to try and come up with answers. As fitting for early in a When They Cry story, our protagonist has really dropped the ball. The video was supposed to be a hint from Tojiro to Miyao, but Miyao didn't make good use of it. Here are the useful facts. First, the event was almost certainly not an accident. After all, Tojiro was able to position himself safely at the exact right moment. Second, Valentina and Mari Carmen were eyewitnesses to the incident. Miyao should have involved them much more in trying to figure this out. They were mentioned as likely contacts, and that exact moment really was an inopportune time to ask them, but Miyao should have asked them about it later. The bathers consider a fairly logical series of explanations. That the explosion was an accident, that there was a bomb set up in the venue ahead of time, that a gauntlet exploded. As I already said, it wasn't an accident. The other two options make the likely culprit Leto. The only reason they conclude it's not Leto is because they suspect some mastermind can manipulate Leto gauntlets. Actually, Leto is the place where the Three Kings have the least influence, although Miyao doesn't know that. The fact that the Leto sisters were eyewitnesses should have been used to investigate this further. Who was this Gauntlet Knight who exploded? Can they somehow try and get a record of who might have had access to their gauntlet? These are things the Leto sisters might be able to help with. It's unlikely they'd want to, but in this situation, their hand is forced. After all, either there's this mastermind whose fingerprints they can help track, or else it was probably Leto. If Leto Gauntlet Knights refuse to help this investigation, it makes it seem suspiciously like it really was Leto and the sisters are trying to cover for their faction. So I think, if pressed, they could help with an investigation. But Miyao never did that. If he did, I think the story he'd accepted would start to fall apart. There was no Gauntlet Knight explosion at all. I believe the true culprit was the Ninth Prime, using a tiny antimatter bomb, which could have been smuggled any number of ways. But once Miyao sees that the exploding gauntlet story is a lie, he can start to pick out the liars. In other words, Tojiro was giving Miyao a way to begin to comprehend the Ninth Prime Chivalric Order. Not that he wants Miyao to simply oppose them directly, he wants Miyao to become a powerful member of the Ninth Prime, but not actually be loyal to them. Much like the Leto sisters are part of the Order of the Public Bath, but only watch on and accept no obligations of any kind. Miyao is doing a bad job of running his treasonous secret society. And why bother with these opaque hints? If Tojiro wants Miyao to know something, why not just tell him directly? For one, Gestress is watching the inside of Miyao's head. Miyao has to piece it together himself. In the end, Gestress herself may be the target of Miyao's assassination attempt, if that's how Tojiro decides to use him. For this, it would be helpful for him to join the Ninth Prime, while not making Gestress suspicious of him. What would be the point of killing Gestress anyway? What other options does Tojiro have? What sorts of powers is he subtly handing to Miyao? Meanwhile, Gestress herself is trying to kill someone too. Who could that be, and why? Share your thoughts on this, and look for mine in other videos.